to Hospitality Property School. You are listening to Hospitality Property School with your host, Gerry MacPherson. Welcome to another edition of Hospitality Property School. I am your host, Gerry MacPherson, and today I'm going to continue my talk about great customer service. So how do you know if your customer service is working? Ask. You need to get honest feedback from guests, and you can do this by being available to talk with your guests, using guest surveys or questionnaires, online reviews, and feedback from your employees, just to name a few. When looking at reviews, surveys, and feedback from your guests and employees, look at the complaint or criticism as a chance to improve. Now let's look at this a little closer. Take every opportunity you can to ask questions. During breakfast or at dinner, walk over and say, "I hope everything is to your satisfaction," and then wait for a response. During the checkout, ask, "Did you enjoy your stay?" When using questionnaires or surveys, offer a small reward for its completion. Something like a small upsell for the next day, or possibly something unique like a rubber ducky with your property's name on it. I saw that used at a property once, and they went over like gangbusters. Everybody wanted one. Basic questionnaire guidelines that you should follow include: it should only take a couple of minutes to fill out the form, maybe with check marks. Make sure your guest knows that their opinion is important. You could say, "Please help us to make your break as relaxing and enjoyable as possible." Anonymous questionnaires are more honest, but if an address is given, you have an opportunity for further inquiries. Increase the rate of questionnaires returned by asking early in your guest stay for them to fill them out. If you ask after they check out, it's too late. As I mentioned before, offering a small reward and making the handover easy. Allow space on the questionnaire for your guest to add more information. Ask for the date and duration of their stay. This could be important. It could influence any source of irritation, for example, if you had construction going on or for some reason the variety of meals was not that great. With return guests, you can have a more detailed questionnaire. Now, this is an example of the type of questionnaire I would give a guest. Dear valued guest, we are delighted you chose our property, and that use the property's name, for your stay, and trust you enjoyed your time with us. We are always looking for ways to improve our service quality, so in order to maintain the highest possible standards, we would be grateful if you could fill in the questionnaire below and return it to us. Thank you very much, and then put your hotel manager's name and signature. Now, the questions I would ask would be: how would you rate your overall stay experience? 1 or 2 words. Did you feel comfortable? Are you likely to visit us again? Yes or no? And if no, is there a reason? Would you recommend our property to others? Yes or no? And if it's no, is there a reason? Leave a section for any suggestions and or wishes, and then an optional section for the name, address, phone number, and email. I add an asterisk below. Leave your email address and you'll be the first to receive our great offers and specials. And then below that, I add, P.S. Please drop the questionnaire at reception for your free gift, or just hand it over to one of our employees. You can also leave it on the desk in your room. When reviewing evaluations or surveys or questionnaires, remember, a good questionnaire can be a very authentic and realistic picture of the strengths and shortcomings in service quality. Don't be afraid of honest, critical self-assessment. Accept a complaint in a positive, professional way. Handle complaints fast. Be uncomplicated and obliging. And provide employees with extensive efficiency in providing solutions. Again, look at any complaint as a chance to improve, and if your guest sees you're taking them seriously, their contentment rises, the customer loyalty is advanced, customers who complain will still want to stay at your property, and impressive complaint management is often the topic of conversation between customers. That means promotion. Customer loyalty is always cheaper than trying to find new customers. Another option to consider: set up the occasional mystery check. This is similar to mystery shoppers. This is when you have guests check in and assess every aspect of your services. This hidden test can help you find out your property's service qualities. Remember, a minimized error rate in service quality is unavoidable. Dissatisfied guests? Not. Creativity and motivation produce not only satisfied, but also an enthusiastic and loyal guest willing to recommend you. Other tips that can improve a guest experience: provide music with announcements and offers when guests are on hold. Include an automated email response, such as "Thank you for your message. You will receive a response within," and then how much time. A small gift as a thank you for trust in a debit or a fast bank transfer. Afterwards, you could try one of these ideas. And this is where building an email and an address list is very important. Don't let your guests leave empty-handed. A small souvenir, favorite recipe, typical regional products, or pictures of the stay or a regional landscape during different seasons. A day or two before the guest checks out, send a postcard to their home welcoming them back. You could call a guest to inquire if they arrived safely. And if you do have them on a mailing list, send them a season's greetings. Your customer's return visit. Have a file for each guest with their likes and wishes. With the proper checks and balances in place, this information can be gathered by the employees with questions without the guests realizing it. And then on their return visit, you can provide them with their favorite coffee, drink, newspaper, whatever. This is definitely a way to wow your guests. It is important that your employees participate in all customer service programs that you have in place. Introduce a system for your employees to be able to make suggestions, improve quality, and possibly save you money. If this is done properly and consistently, employees will want to participate. In conclusion, in this podcast, we looked at how to get honest feedback, how to create questionnaires, and ways to surprise your guests. Now, this may sound like a lot of work to implement, but with patience, working smart, and efficiency, you will be surprised at how quickly you will benefit from the results. Now, we at Keystone HCC hope these podcasts are proving to be beneficial to any hospitality property owner or manager wishing to improve their property and increase profits. We also know we are just scratching the surface of possibilities. So with this in mind, we would like to introduce the Guide to Operating an Independent Hotel or Bed and Breakfast Training Tutorials. It is a complete 4-part tutorial service plus bonuses. The topics covered in these training tutorials include hospitality property organizational structure, and that is what is and how to develop your organizational strategy, your management strategy, what does your operation manual include, how will I know my operation manual works, and what is outsourcing. In Series 2, Employee Development for your hospitality property, it will include your people's mindset, how to hire winners, can't afford employee training programs, think again, how to train for success, effective communication, improve your customer service, we'll go into much more detail, how to handle customer complaints, educate to upsell, and more detail on how to fire. Series 3, Marketing for your hospitality property's success, designing your marketing strategy, branding, what makes you stand out, creating an effective website, email and guest list building, how to use social media, customer giveaways, the benefits of newsletters, and how to make surveys work for you. In Series 4, a close look at your hospitality property, independent hotel, or bed and breakfast. How does your property compare? How to become your own guest? Is your property accessible? Is your restaurant meeting its potential? How to get endless referrals? And negative reviews are good for business. And in the bonus tutorials, we'll include why my hospitality property should go green, trends to watch in the hospitality industry, and hospitality property technology trends. For more information about the Guide to Operating an Independent Hotel or Bed and Breakfast training tutorials, visit KeystoneHospitalityDevelopment.com and click Training Tutorials. Now, for listeners of the Hospitality School podcast, we are offering an additional 25% off the Guide to Operating an Independent Hotel or Bed and Breakfast Training Tutorials. Now, this offer will end without prior notice, so act now by visiting KeystoneHospitalityDevelopment.com/training-tutorials-save25. You can also find this link at the show notes at KeystoneHospitalityDevelopment.com/KHDC015. And that's Keystone Hospitality Development Consulting, Episode 15. Well, that is it for this session of Hospitality Property School. We appreciate your comments. If you have any topic ideas, feel free to reach out to us on Facebook at facebook.com/KeystoneHDC, on Twitter at twitter.com/KeystoneHDC, or as always by email at info@KeystoneHospitalityDevelopment.com. As always, let's work together to put heads in your beds. Until next time, have a fun day. This session of Hospitality Property School has come to a close. Be sure to subscribe so as not to miss any hospitality property tactics and strategies that will help you find the success you have always dreamed of. And don't forget to rate and review so we can continue to bring you the best content possible. We will see you next time, right here in Hospitality Property School.